Live from the Michael J. Barkhurst Sports Complex on the campus of Bear River High School. Touchdown Production, celebrating 11 years of local high school sports television, is proud to present the Lady Bruins Road to the Playoffs. Today, your defending Division IV section champion and undefeated Bear River Lady Bruins take on their PVL second place rival, the Colfax Lady Falcons. Well, it's the end of the first half of league play and a must-win for Colfax to keep pace with the undefeated Lady Bruins. So stay right here and don't you dare go away, because we've got Bear River versus Colfax all coming up next right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Well, the defending section champion Bear River Lady Bruins take on their home field this afternoon for a cross-county matchup against their PVL rival, the Colfax Lady Falcons, in part 2 of Colfax Week here at Bear River. Good afternoon, softball fans, wherever you are across our Foothill network of stations. I'm Marty Mortensen, joined again by John Brassfield. Our director inside the commander is Gil Dominguez, and of course the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team has returned again to Bear River High School for our second telecast of this Colfax Week as they visit the Bear River Bruins. And John, we saw the Bruin baseball team completely dominate Colfax in yesterday's game.
We sure did, Marty. The Bear River baseball team came out strong and remained undefeated in league play behind a solid pitching performance of Vince Viola and some great hitting by shortstop James McCreary.
Yeah, and the Bruins won that game 10-0, which was called in the fifth inning, and our touchdown player of the game was James McCreary with his outstanding performance. And now the Bruins head off into the second half of league play against the Placer Hillman on Tuesday, which will be another NorCal Game of the Week telecast.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the campus, we have another undefeated team in the Lady Bruins, who finish up their first half of league play today against a strong Colfax team, who is currently in second place in the PVL.
Yeah, the Lady Bruins come into today's game with an overall record of 15-1 and a perfect 4-0 in the PVL, while the Lady Falcons bring a 10-5 overall game victories, and they are currently 3-2 in PVL. So at today's contest, they are tied for second place with Lincoln, who is also at 3-2. So as the Lady Bruins and the Lady Falcons continue to warm up, we'll pause to remind you that this exclusive coverage of Bear River Lady Bruins softball is being underwritten this afternoon by Hanson Brothers Enterprises. Hanson Brothers Construction is a third-generation general contractor in Grass Valley with decades of experience in the local construction industry. They can take on any size project, and Jeff Hanson and his crews are always ready to assist you from planning to occupation. And for the contractors and do-it-yourselfers, there's HBE Rentals with hundreds of tools and equipment that you'll need every day. Hanson Brothers Construction, HBE Rentals, and Hanson Brothers Colfax are proud to be a part of the Hanson Brothers Enterprise family.
Hills Flat Lumber Company. Hills Flat has been your local home center since 1921, and today they are bigger and better than ever. Celebrate the great outdoors with Hills Flat selection of power tools to help around the yard. Their electric lopping shears feature a 4.5 amp motor with a 6-inch cutting bar and 4-inch cutting capacity. Or how about an 18-volt cordless chainsaw? It has a wraparound handle with soft grips to reduce vibration and an 8-inch bar and chain. They're on display at both locations of Hills Flat and Colfax, and the newest Hills Flat in Grass Valley.
And by Walker's Office Supplies. Walker's Office Supplies is the friendliest place in town. It's where they know your business and they know your name because they're local, just like you. Mike Anderson and his family have served you from the Grass Valley location for many years, and if they don't have what you're looking for in stock, they'll order it for you from their huge warehouse and deliver it to you the very next day. You can't beat the customer service at Walker's Office Supplies. And by Touchdown Production, celebrating a decade of local sports television, This is Marty Mortensen along with John Brassfield saying thank you for joining us all across our Foothill network of stations. Now we have over 50 broadcasts each week. Be sure to join us next time as we travel to Nevada Union High School as we feature the Gold Country Lady Stampede as they face the Casa Grande Gauchos. Be sure to join Gil Dominguez and Kelly Finn for all of the lacrosse action. It's another great telecast produced by Touchdown Productions, voted one of the best by the Union Readers for 2007. Well, John, we've out here on a beautiful spring afternoon, 75 degrees here at Bear River Complex, and we're about ready to get underway here with another exciting Bear River contest as they continue their undefeated play in league play.
Well, you're right, Marty. It's a perfect day for baseball. Very, very blue skies, loved by everybody but the outfielders.
Yeah, right. They're still struggling. But here, John, this is the Pioneer Valley League current softball standings. And as you can see, Bear River on top of the league at 4-0, followed by Colfax. So Colfax really needs to get a victory here today to stay in that hunt for continuing in the playoff action. Then only the top two teams will be headed for the playoffs, and followed by Lincoln, Placer, Whitney, Mesa Verde, and El Dorado. So this very well-balanced league this year, but Bear River is just a little step above the rest of the field. But we'll talk about that further. But before we do that, we'll tell you that this NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten this afternoon by Bob Rogers Computer Services. Bob Rogers has been serving all of your computer needs in the foothills for the past 7 years. Bob is an expert in the field of refurbished computers and offers a selection of Windows-based rebuilt home computers and laptops from HP, Dell, and many other brands. He always stands by his work, and if he can't fix it, it'll cost you nothing. You never know when you're going to have a computer problem, so keep Bob's number handy. It's Bob Rogers Computer Services in Nevada City.
And B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. This week, B&C teams up with Echo Trimmers to make summer clean and easy for you and your family. Defensible space is so important here in Nevada County, so choose any of the many Echo Trimmers and you'll always be ready to handle any job. And B&C's has new spring hours because they know your day never ends. They're now open 7:30 to 7 o'clock, Monday through Saturday, and 8 to 5 on Sundays. So start right. Start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Francis Cinto and Graziano LLP. Francis Cinto and Graziano has 2 locations to serve you in Auburn and in Grass Valley, but no matter what location you choose, you can trust that they specialize in tax preparation and making your business grow. That's because they are CPAs and business consultants all rolled into one. And now that the tax season is in full swing, it's time to make your appointment for this year and start planning for next year with the help of Francis Cinto and Graziano, where they really do have an eye for your future. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 11th season of presenting only the best in local sports television. This is Marty Mortensen along with John Brassfield saying thank you for voting us one of Nevada County's best across our Foothill network of stations. At Touchdown Productions, you know that you have a choice of programs to watch each evening, and when you choose us, you'll honor our work and the dedication of all of our local teams as they compete at the highest levels. So thank you for inviting us into your living rooms tonight on ACTV Channel 20, Suddenlink Channel 16, Lake of the Pines Channel 7, and of course at NCTV Channel 11 in Grass Valley and Nevada City. Well, John, it's like I mentioned earlier, a beautiful day, and all of a sudden we put the shade tent up, and we've got, I never knew we had so many friends today, huh? We got everybody standing around here wanting to get in the shade. You think it's the shade or you think it's us, John? What do you think?
Well, it's probably the shade, Marty.
Okay, I think so.
They're snuggled up, though.
Yeah, we're tight quarters here under the shade as Bear River takes the field. We're about ready to start this exciting Bear River softball action as the girls come in 15-1 so far in their overall play, 4-0 in league. And I might mention that the umpires for today's game behind home plate will be Dennis Arzega, and on the infield will be Gary Butler. And those two umpires will be covering the game. And on the mound for Bear River, having an outstanding year this year. There's a good shot of the home plate umpire, Dennis Arzega. On the mound is Kelly Shepard. Behind the home plate will be Jenna Wormus setting the defense. On the infield, Catherine Rayback at first base. Katie Mathis at second. Over at shortstop is Courtney Seal. And over at third is Tara Reason. Out in left field, we've got Tori Hubbard. Center field, Jasmine McCowan. And out in right field, we've got Brooke Mosman. There's the defensive lineup. And stepping into the batter's box to lead off here for Colfax in the top half of the first inning, Kayla Campbell, number 7. She looks down at the head coach Laura Campbell down at in the batters and out in the coach's box. In fact, she's way out of the coach's box. There's a good shot of Kayla. Yeah, she got both. She has both daughters on the team. Ooh, high pitch from Kelly. So we got Kayla and Cassandra all playing for Mom this year. Swung on, hit down, foul down that first baseline. Made a good turn on that, John.
Yeah, she did. She got around real good, Marty.
Tara Reason is up close at third, anticipating a bunt changeup. A little low in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kelly Shepard always has a smile on her face when she's on the mound. Swung on, smash to Mathis at second base. She scoops it up, fires over to Rayback for the first out. Good defensive play in there on a well-hit ball by Katie Mathis, as Campbell got a lot of wood on that ball.
Right, it was just a one bounce, bang, it was there. Threw out easily.
Good fastball that she turned on and pulled it over to Katie Mathis, made a nice scoop, fired to first. There's a strike call. Well animated in there by home plate umpire Dennis Arzaga, I guess at Arzaga. Change-up, attempted bunt, strike called. She had her way out in front on that, John.
Yeah, she did. That was just a change-up and never made it to the plate. But the batter had already committed.
Yeah, that's Kendra Baugh. She's batting in the second spot. On deck is Michelle Cavalier. Swung on and missed on a good fastball. Going down on strikes is Kendra, and that'll be the second out as Michelle will step in. Cavalier, she is batting third in the lineup. Kelly looks in for the sign. Good article in the paper last week how Kelly and Jenna Wormus work out all of the signals themselves. It's not like the coach does not call the balls and strikes or what position. The girls work it out between them. They've been playing softball together for many, many years.
Well, they probably want to get all her pitches working, you know. Now she's thrown that changeup 3 times.
Yeah.
And hasn't got it over yet, but
swung on, nice cut in there.
She'll need that before the game's over, so they'll probably keep working on that. Get ahead in the count a little bit, and where's she going to waste one?
That was a nice cut in there by Michelle. She's looks like she swings a very fast bat at the plate. Swung on and got her on a low fastball. Well, that was a quick inning for Bear River as the Colfax sends up 3, sends back down 3. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. And after a half inning of play, there's still no score with Bear River coming to bat. And let's see if we can't set the defense for you. So on the mound, number 7 will be Kayla Campbell. She'll be doing the pitching. Let's take a walk around the foothills here as we examine some of the other standings. Pioneer Valley League softball, we just covered that one, so I think we don't need to just say that Bear River's on top, followed by Colfax and Lincoln. And Sierra Foothill League, we've got Rockland on top of league play at 5-1, Wood Creek 4-2, Roseville at 5-1, Del Oro 2-3, Oakmont 3-3, and Nevada Union girls struggling a little bit this year with a 1-5 record, 3-9 overall. And surprised to see Granite Bay at 0-5 and 0-14. They usually put together some pretty good teams. And for the Central Valley League, got Vacaville Christian with 3-1, 9-3 overall. Might be a little bit out of order there, but Woodland, followed by Forest Hill, Victory Christian, and Forest Lake at 0-3 in softball, followed by Sac Waldorf.
Yeah, Woodland's undefeated in league play there, it looked like.
So now stepping into the batter's box for Bear River, Courtney Seal. She is swinging a hot bat again this year, doing some great defensive work, trying to lay down a bunt. The ball is outside. How are we doing on the defense, John?
Well, I'm working on it here.
Okay, John, I just want to. So the third baseman is way in there at third. Swung on.
And she was swinging late on that pitch, too. She wanted to get that over there.
Down the third base line.
Yeah, with the third baseman so close.
Yeah, we apologize. We don't have the defensive lineup set yet because the coach hadn't set the defenders. There's a high fastball swung and missed by Courtney. So as soon as we get all of the numbers and the players identified, we'll give that to you. Stepping back into the batter's box is Courtney Seal. Swung on. There's the little number. Could be a base hit. It drops in. Good two-strike hitting. So she's on with a single, and she'll probably turn that into a double very quickly with her speed. So we'll have to see what happens. So on the mound for Colfax is Kayla Campbell.
Just dropped that in. Looked like it got off the end of the bat.
Two strikes, and now that'll bring up Katie Mathis. Attempted bunt, and getting back to the bag is Courtney. So now they'll run through the signs again. Coach Zahner sends them in. Good crowd on hand today. Come out here to watch these Bear River girls, and they're attempted bunt, throw down to second base, and she's going to be out of there.
Wow.
Nice throw in there by the catcher.
One short hop, but it beat her.
But
it was right where she needed it to.
Becky Dunn was the catcher, and you don't seldom get Courtney out when she's trying to steal. 1-1 on the count. So good defensive play in there there's that ball going foul down the third base line. Here's a replay on that, John. Let's take a look at it. What do you see?
All right. Well, it was a good pitch. She held the bat out and then pulled it back. The catcher got that throw off. Look at that. That wasn't on the bounce. That was right in the glove. Right on the runner. A1 toss there.
It took a good throw to get her, and that's exactly what happened. Tried to drag one down the third base line. It'll just go as a strike. We got one out now. Nobody on base. Katie Mathis still at the plate. There's a good shot of Kayla. Oh, she went fishing on that one for a strikeout. That'll bring up Jenna Wormus.
Well, she had the third baseman in close and wanted to hit it over that way. Just get it out in the left field, you know, before the third baseman can respond.
There's just a little bit outside. The umpire thought about it for a minute to call a strike, but then said that was outside. So, good shot there of Wormus.
Ooh. Those are two good pitches.
I think we went south here. Got no sound. Well, they'll let him show the pitcher, and so Jenna's going to call timeout. We must have blown a fuse, John.
I'm working.
No, here we go. Whatever the technical problems were, they found it. Jenna now swung on. There's a ball hit out in the center field. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Jenna's going to go in with a stand-up double. So how important was getting that runner thrown out at second base? Because that saved a run.
1 run's worth. You're right.
So Kinsey Billings goes into.
Yeah, she got that ball right in the gap, Marty.
Yep.
And 2 bounces right to the wall. Here's a replay. Let's take a look.
So Jenna.
Oh, right. Oh, outside pitch.
Yep.
And she got it, too, right out there. And went right with it, you know.
Didn't try to pull it all the way to the base of the fence. And she goes in standing up with a double. Now with 2 outs, runner at second base is Billings, who's come in to pinch run for Wormus. Now Kelly Shepard has got a chance to help her own cause here with a base hit to bring in the runner from second base.
And she looks real happy about it, too.
Oh, she's always smiling. Swung on, fouled out of play, strike 1.
She was right on that pitch, too.
So Kelly's back into the batter's box. High, good fastball, but just a wee bit high. 1-1's the count. Boy, she went chasing after a low fastball. She was fooled on that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That was a good pitch.
High, good stop. That's saved in advance by good defensive work by Becky Dunn behind the plate.
Yes, it was. She reached up and pulled that right down. That was
heading for the backstop.
That gets that run over to third, or worse.
Swung on, popped up. She was
straight up. Pitcher calls it, takes it.
Kayla Campbell gets the put out. For Bear River here in their half of the first inning, they came up with no runs on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. There were no errors, and that after 1 complete, still no score. Now let's take a walk around the foothills again with our boys baseball standings. There's a good shot of the Colfax squad.
We have
there's the Pioneer Valley League boys standing. As Bear River, we did that game yesterday. They coming in with 7-0 in league play, beat Colfax yesterday, and followed by Placer with a tie. Tied Mesa Verde 12-12 in yesterday's game, then followed by El Dorado Mesa Verde, Whitney, Lincoln, and Colfax. So there's your league standings for boys PVL and the Sierra Foothill League. Rockland on top, 7-1, followed by Roseville, Granite Bay, Nevada Union at 3-5, and Del Oro, Oakmont, and Wood Creek. So there's your Sierra Foothill League boys standings. And Central Valley League, Forest Lake on top. They have a good baseball team again this year, 3-0 in league play, 6-1 overall, followed by Vacaville Christian, Victory Christian, Sacramento Waldorf, Woodland Christian, and Forest Hill at 0-4. There's your standings. Get you right up to date with the Foothill activity. And now stepping in the batter's box is Kara Spence. She'll be leading off here in the top of the second. Change up, low in the dirt. On deck is catcher Becky Dunn. Swung on, fouled out of play. Good rip in there by Kara.
That was a mean pitch, too.
Yeah, it was.
That was fast, but she was on it.
Ball just a little bit low. Good call in there by home plate umpire. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kelly looks in for the sign. She has it. Fouled it off on her bat. That was a gift strike there, John.
Yeah, it was. And she may need that because I'll tell you, I was watching her during warm-up on hitting, and she hits with power.
Yeah, that's why she's probably batting in the in the 4th spot.
I mean, it was really
change up. She waited for it, but still out in front.
Those are always so tempting.
Yeah, we got a breeze blowing from behind home plate out towards center field, so any ball hit in the air with any authority could be traveling a long way. Change up again, get a little nubber down to Mathis, comes up, scoops it, underhands it Rayback, and there's your first out of the game. This inning, I should say.
That was interesting. She got her out on a good pitch. Wasn't trying to overpower her.
No.
Just threw it up there off speed, and she's guarding the plate, knew it was going to be a strike, so had to swing.
So Becky Dunn steps into the batter's box. She's doing the catching for Colfax. Swung on. Looks like these Colfax girls are well coached because they're up there swinging. They're not waiting for anything.
They know what to do with the fastball.
Right, they've got. Yeah, they're hanging in there with a chance to make it to the playoffs. Change up, a little low in the dirt.
Well, they'll keep working on that pitch until she's getting it over because it's early in the game.
Very effective, especially when you're throwing it. There's a little bunt, and they let it go. Didn't touch it. Foul ball. Heads up play there by Rayback. As she'd have fielded that, she would have got her. That's good speed of Becky Dunn going down that first baseline. There's a good shot of Catherine.
Yeah, she was like halfway before that ball hit the dirt.
Yeah, no.
There, you know. They'd have never got her.
That was a smart heads-up play to let it go foul. Change up and almost cut it on the first hop.
Wow.
She tried to fake it out, but the umpire's right on top of it.
It's a good hustle got over there. Gloved that ball. It was just about.
There's the ball low, evens the count out, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now, what's she going to throw, Marty? I mean, she's thrown everything up there so far. The fast one.
Look at that good jump by Courtney Seal on that line drive. Hit very hard, but you're not going to get much by Courtney. She's very quick. After that ball leaves the bat, she's on the move, and there's a good shot of Courtney as she came in and snagged that one. That was heading for left field, but
Yeah, she was off at the crack of the bat there.
Yeah.
Already two big long strides there and had it.
That's tough with that sun shining right in your face too. So here's the ball low as Alicia Robles.
Yeah, it is. The sun's right at them. They're having to cover their eyes, sort of.
Swung on. Good cut in there by Alicia. Well, they're getting their swings. No question about that,
Yeah.
John.
I think that's the first swinging strike we've seen for a while. Usually they're getting some part of that ball.
Tara Reason moves in on third base.
Oh,
swung on. She had took a little something off that one.
Yeah,
John.
he did, but sure had it well placed. It was right over the plate.
Kelly looks in for the sign. Oh, there's a little number is going to drop in for a base hit. She just stuck the bat out there.
Look, I know it looked like a bunt.
Yeah.
You know, she just stuck the bat out there and lobbed it right into left field. That's protecting the plate real nicely with 2 strikes on you. Just get some wood on the ball, and that's.
Take a look at this half swing. Look at that.
Okay,
Look at that.
Oh
yeah.
Got 2 strikes, so she was going to get some wood on the ball and just dropped it right in there.
Strike called. Yeah, she was almost out of the batter's box like it was a drag bunt.
Right.
But then she just kind of half check swing and knocked it over the Courtney's head at shortstop. Strike. 2 quick strikes on Cassandra Campbell.
I watched her practicing with some drag bunts during the warm-ups. She does that very well. We won't get to see it here.
Ball low in the dirt. Good stop. And going on down with a stolen base with a head-first dive is Robles.
Yeah, and she was out of there fast. She was going on that pitch anyhow.
Yeah, right.
And
ball was low in the dirt, and Jenna didn't have a shot at that one. Normally, these teams are very reluctant to run on Jenna Wormus, and she's got a great arm down to second base. But they're going to try to manufacture a run here with 2 outs. Runner in scoring position is Robles. 1 ball, 2 strike to count on Cassandra Campbell. She's the other daughter of the coach, Laura Campbell. Swung on. Well, we got 3 Campbells out there. All we need is 1 more, and maybe we can get Glenn out here. What do you think, John? Huh?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of his signature song, but can't remember it.
Oh, good pitch. Strike 3 called. Good fastball on the inside part of the plate.
Lineman for the county?
Yeah.
Was that him?
That was Glenn Campbell. 1975. Let's go back and play all those hits, John. Well, let's see if we can't find out who's on defense here for. Well, we're first baseman. We need the shortstop, left fielder, center fielder, and a right fielder.
Go number 2 out there.
Number 2 is going to left field.
Yes.
The shortstop. Number 3 is the shortstop. All right, that is Cassandra Campbell. She's a sophomore. Left fielder should be number 2 if we got it right.
Number 5 going into center field.
That is Alicia Robles.
Number 14 in right field.
And who's in right?
14.
14. That's Courtney Harden. Well, we've almost got them set now. As soon as I fill in the blanks, and stepping into the batter's box, it will be for Bear River to lead off the bottom of the second inning is Catherine Raybeck, followed by Brooke Mosman and Tori Hubbard. Another ball high. Michelle Cavalier is out in right field. Swung on, fouled out of play, heading back for the tent. Everybody's scurrying around.
Note that Kayla Campbell has a green and white ribbon in her hair.
Oh, that's very apropos.
Yeah,
I'd say.
it is.
Ball low in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike.
I'm showing 14 at first base now.
That's what I got.
Oh, you do have that. Okay.
Oh, strike called. Catherine thought she'd earned a walk. That'll bring the count full to 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Umpires love that, Marty.
Oh, I know. That's yeah, that swung on. That ball's hit deep to left field, center field, going back for it in the sun, and makes the catch right at the base of the fence as Alicia Robles. That ball was hit hard.
Well, I got up there, and
It
it looks like it traveled with the line a little bit. I didn't think it was going to go that far.
No, it
she
was
stayed
a
with it.
High fastball and hit it deep all the way out to the. There's a good shot of Alicia Robles. I
think she was fooled a little bit on
yeah.
that, in that she didn't take off running for it. She was there, thought she was there, and backed up some more. And
swung on as Brooke Mosman takes a big cut. Take a look at that catch, John.
All right. And she's set. Okay, there it goes. Okay, see, she thinks she's there right now, and she's got to go back another 3 or 4 steps.
Yeah, right up against the fence. That ball was hit well. Change up. Oh, she got that right in there. A little knuckle change.
Yeah, we might see something like that get out of here with that if they hit it up in the air like that, Marty.
Right, with that, especially with that wind blowing out from home plate to center field.
Yeah.
There's the ball high. One ball, 2 strikes on Mosman. Outside again, 2-2. On deck is Tori Hubbard. One out here in the bottom of the second inning. Ball high. 3-2, full count. Swung on, foul right over here.
I had that one.
Yeah, you did. You were covering it like, I noticed you were ducking out of the way just like me.
Well, I don't trust our umbrella here very much, you know.
Well, it might not get the job done, but. So Brooke steps back in. Here's the pitch. High.
Oh.
Base on balls earned by Brooke after getting 2 quick strikes. And that'll bring up Tori Hubbard, left fielder. Oh, there's a little number. It's and almost got her back at first base. Good hustle in there by Michelle Cavalier as that ball was.
Yeah, she wanted to lay that ball down, and the pitch was up and the bunt was up, and went all the way to the second baseman in the air, fielded it, and nearly got the runner coming from first.
That'll bring up Tara Reason. Good hustle by catcher Becky Dunn as that ball got away from her.
Okay, here's that bump play. There it is. There, yeah,
Close
she had to hesitate a little bit on that throw too, to wait till somebody got there.
Strike called. One and one to count on Reason. Got 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Oh, she went
for that high pitch,
yeah.
Marty. That ends the inning. That was a good pitch. That was a riser. You know, the heat. And once it takes off, you're done for.
Yeah, right. Especially once you commit to it.
Yeah.
You commit to it at waist high, and the next thing you know, it's chin high, and you're carrying the bat back to the dugout. For Bear River in the bottom of the second inning, no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base after 2 complete innings of play. The score remains Colfax 0, Bear River 0. Well, Marty Mortensen along with John Brassfield here on this beautiful afternoon in the foothills out of the South County as Bear River entertaining Colfax as this is the end of the first half of the softball season. And John, thanks for coming out, working the game today.
Well, Marty, glad to be here. Can't think anywhere else I'd rather be. This is a nice facility they have here to entertain anybody, isn't it?
It certainly is. They have a night. The only one problem is the engineer designed this. Didn't know the sun coordinates in the afternoon, I don't think. Because the poor fielders are really struggling out there with this sun.
I wonder if they ever pay any attention to that.
There's Linda Mingus, our official staff photographer and office manager. Whoop, I was jumping out of the way here as that ball was coming back. As Lisa Quinlan leads off top half of the third inning. Both teams have had a scoring opportunity. Had a runner as far as second base. But a good defensive play in there there's a smash to Courtney. Fires over to from shortstop position to first baseman Catherine Rayback. She's got a gun for an arm, John, and
you saw
that,
Marty. Yeah. That was wonderful. She had to go down and get that ball, down her shoe tops. And when she came up, she was gunning, and I mean, it was right on the money over there.
And the runner was out by about 3 steps.
Yeah, wasn't even close.
That ball was hit hard. That'll bring up Courtney Harden.
That's what you need out there in the shortstop position.
All right.
Yeah, that was impressive play. Yeah, the shortstop, third baseman, left fielder all having a little trouble with this sun right now. Yep. The batter's box is the only part that's really in the shade. The whole diamond.
And it stays that way the whole game.
Yeah.
That was a good pitch just outside.
I think she expected the call on that one and didn't get it.
1 ball, no strike. There it is.
Well, she got that one.
2 strikes.
Got her swinging.
Go down on strike was Harden, and that'll bring up the leadoff batter, Kayla Campbell. Kayla is a senior this year. Good pitch on the inside part of the plate. Looks like Kelly is bringing it this afternoon.
Well, looks like she's getting stronger, Marty.
Yep. Change up low in the dirt.
It's just about where she can throw anything over now. And I don't know if she's going. She hasn't any walks so far.
No, and has not walked the batter. Two balls, one strike. We're in the top half of the third inning, 2 outs. Whoa, there's a
wow
high pitch.
That one took off on her. I thought I heard it hit the heel of the bat on the way by.
No, it was the Wormus's glove. So she went up to grab that one. Oh, low in the dirt. You put the jinx on her.
I know.
There's the first base on ball given up by Kelly Shepard. Runner goes down to first base. With good speed over there at first is Kayla Campbell, and that'll bring up Kendra Baugh. She struck out her first time up. 4 strikeouts in the ball game for Kelly Shepard. There's a fastball, swung on and missed.
Get your fake to throw down and look mean.
Yeah,
too.
Jenna's got a good arm, and she's not afraid to throw that ball over there. It's popped up. Oh, and she just had that one go off the heel of her glove.
Well, she came out of the box,
yeah.
kind of headed toward us, and then had to curve around and head toward the backstop.
Yeah, I think Jenna took one look at us and said, I'm turning the other way, and misjudged it. That was a tough call for a catcher. Just wasn't hit high enough for her to get in position. So, 2 strikes. Swung on a good fastball, and they're going to get her anyway, but that was in the third out. Jenna fires it down to first baseman Rayback.
And good throw also.
Yeah. For Colfax here in the top half of the third inning, no hits, no runs, and 1 runner left on base. After 2.5, the score still remains at 0-0. All right, we'd like to tell you that this NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten this afternoon by Hanson Brothers Enterprises. Hanson Brothers is all about aggregates. And their new facility in Colfax means that they'll have even more rocks for your landscaping needs, whether you need crushed mine rock, base rock, riprap, building stone, or large landscape rocks. Hanson Brothers Colfax has it all. They are also your source for ready mixed concrete with 2 plants to serve you in the foothills and Grass Valley and also in Colfax. They are always ready to help you create that home of your dreams at Hanson Brothers Colfax. Proud to be a part of the Colfax community and Hanson Brothers Enterprises.
Hills Flat Lumber Company. Hills Flat has been your local home center since 1921. And now it's time to celebrate the great outdoors with Hills Flat's selection of power tools that help you around the yard. There's no need to be tied down with a cord when Hills Flat carries a selection of cordless tools for you. Their 13-inch electric string trimmer boasts a 4.4 amp motor with an automatic feed spool with 65 hundredths line. And its groom and edge feature allows you to have the head rotate for easy edging. It's just one of the many items ready for you at both locations of Hills Flat and Colfax and the new store in Grass Valley.
And leading off here in the third inning for Bear River, bottom of the third, will be Jasmine McGowan. And ball, oh, I thought it was low, but no, the umpire called it a strike. Caught the knees. So we'll see if Jasmine can get something started here for Bear River. On deck is Courtney Seal. Ball a little bit outside.
Yeah, I don't know if we've got a leadoff runner on there yet.
Yeah, Courtney led off the ball game with a single and then was thrown out at second base on the attempted steal on a great defensive play by Becky Dunn, catcher for Colfax. High, good pitch to take, and she did. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Oh, and 2-2. I missed. Count is even at 2-2.
One of those was a strike.
Yep. There's the ball low in the dirt. Now it's 3-2. Jasmine looks down to head coach Dwayne Zahner down in the, he's not in the coach's box. There's a base hit. No, going over for it is the left fielder, Kendra Baugh. She got a good jump on that ball, was well hit.
Line drive.
And picked that right off on the run. There's a good shot there of Kendra. She came on over. She's wearing the hat.
Nice play. She was in perfect position on that player, on that batter. You know, and about 4 steps, and it was in the old glove.
There's a ball tried to tap down the third base line and goes foul. So Courtney Seal.
Hey, go ahead and stiff hand, okay? Drive it through there. Okay, give him something sweet. Drive it. Nothing easy, kid. See it, drive it.
So Courtney will step back into the batter's box. She singled her first time up and then was thrown out on a steal, and that cost the Bruins a run. Swung on, popped up. Coming over for it is the second baseman, Michelle Cavalier, and puts it away. For the second out of the inning, that'll bring up Katie Mathis. Kayla Campbell doing a great job on the mound for Colfax. Got a pitcher's duel here.
Well, we sure do. It's a good ball game. The defense has been excellent.
It certainly has.
On both sides.
There's a good shot at Kayla. She steps on the mound. Strike called.
We've had several batters to threaten that to drag bunt, Marty.
The third baseman, Kara Spence, is playing in so tight. It's going to be awful hard to beat out a bunt down that third baseline. A little nubber, the first pitcher, Cam, and they got her. Very close play there at first base. Good throw by Campbell. She had to really hurry.
Well, they do that. You know, those pitchers, they put some heat on it when they're going to first base. Or any base, so.
For Bear River in the bottom half of the third inning, they come up with no hits on no runs, no errors, nobody left on base after 3 complete. The score still remains at 0-0. And we'd like to mention quickly here that this, let's go to the replay first, John.
All right. There's a good team huddle shot of the
Colfax team.
Okay, here's the pitch. All right, because she got out there. She was on the way when that ball bounced. Their pitcher fields a nice.
Very close to first base by a half step. And we'd like to tell you this NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten this afternoon by Walker's Office Supplies. Mike Anderson and his staff at Walker's Office Supplies know your business and they know your name because they're local just like you. They carry thousands and thousands of products to make your life more efficient. And if they don't have your item that you want in their store at their Grass Valley location, they'll order it for you and deliver it from their warehouse the very next day. You can't beat the customer service at Walker's Office Supplies. Proud to be another Bear River alumni family. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 11th season of local sports television. Marty Mortensen along with John Brassfield bringing you all this softball action today, and be sure to stay with us after the game as we announce the Touchdown Production Player of the Game presented by Comby Trophy and Awards. John and I will be selecting the most deserving Bear River or Colfax Player of the Day, and we'll talk with him immediately after the game. So stay tuned for the Touchdown Production Player of the Game, all presented by Comby Trophy and Awards.
Okay, we got 0-1, Marty. First pitch right down there and swung and missed. And there's that changeup in the dirt again.
So Michelle Cavalier, second baseman, she steps into the batter's box with a 1-1 count. Well, there's a high ball. When you can get the ball over the glove of Jenna Wormus, that ball is high.
Things are out of hand then.
2 balls, 1 strike to count. Swung on, a little number, and it's gonna. Oh, she ran right into her. She's safe.
Down there at first. They call her safe.
Yeah, she was because
probably the right play.
Right, yeah.
The pop fly, she tried behind the base. She tried to get to it, and let's look at the replay on that one.
Yeah, that was kind of a little number. This went off the bat. Rayback was playing in and just couldn't get it. But then she grabs
it on the first bounce. Oh, and gets there, just puts her foot out just a little too late. I'm glad that collision wasn't any worse than that.
No kidding. So Cavaliers on at first base on a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Kara Spence, the cleanup hitter. She grounded to second her first time up on a hard hit ball. They're testing Jenna Wormus.
Well, they better be careful to get your leadoff man on. This is their inning if they want to score on this the Bear River team. So
that ball is low. One ball, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 balls, 1 strike, all right.
There it is. Good pitch. Late call, strike.
Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a good shot of Jenna.
Another throw down to first. Oh,
change up, got it. Oh, man.
She got that change up over that time, Marty.
Yeah, she did. Had her way out in front of that one.
And that's
a big pitch. Yeah, that's tough to throw that to the number 4 hitter. And when she's looking for a fastball and throws that changeup, there's a good shot of Kelly. Strike called as Becky Dunn steps in. Swung on, hit down the right field line. Coming in for it is the right fielder, Mosman, and makes the catch for the second out.
Could you see that?
Yeah.
I want a better seat.
There's a good shot of Brooke Mosman. She made that catch, playing perfectly down that, shading towards the right field line. That'll bring up now Alicia Robles. She singled and stole a base. Timeout's being called as Coach Campbell calls over her Robles to have a little talk. Might have missed a sign.
Well, they need to push that runner around here, Marty. This is the best chance they've had so far, and because it doesn't look like they're going to make a bunch of errors.
No, I don't. This is going to be a tightly contested ball game. Swung on.
Pulled a tough pitch out right when she needed one, Marty. That was a swinging strike just below the waist.
Got it. That'll go down on strikes for the second strikeout of the inning. A leadoff base hit doesn't hurt Bear River here in the top half of the 4th inning. No runs on 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base after 4 1/2. The score remains at 0. There's your line score, all goose eggs as we continue on this fast-paced softball game. We've got our seats here in the shade, which is nice as that sun beats down behind us here on a beautiful spring-like day in Nevada County at Lake of the Pines. 75 degrees today. Throw down to second base, right on the money by Becky Dunn, and we're about ready to start the bottom half of the fourth inning. And leading off for Bear River, the heart of the lineup will be Jenna Wormus, followed by Kelly Shepard and Catherine Rayback. So Jenna Wormus steps in. She's doubled her first time up. There's a smash right back. Hit it hard, but right back to the pitcher. Campbell fielded that ball. And
yeah, she showed us she's got some fielding talent there, boy.
That ball was heading up the middle. Took a big bounce.
She had her glove up there in a hurry. Snagged it. Threw her out.
That'll bring up Kelly Shepard.
Made it look routine, Marty.
There's a smash out into center field on one hop to the center fielder. Robles comes in and makes the squeeze on that ball.
Right. Low line drive right straight up the middle.
The ball was well hit. All right, as Katie Rayback, Catherine Rayback, I should say, takes the ball. There's a good shot of Catherine. Swung on, third base, got no, and they safe at second.
Well, Marty, that could be the difference in this game. I mean, there was an easy ground ball. She just bobbled it for a minute and still tried to get the runner at second.
Almost got her.
And it was a close play. I think the runner had the ball beat. So now we got runners on first and second.
With only one out. They're going to bring up Brooke Mosman. She walked her first time up. I'm surprised Kelly was still in there running. Normally they send a pinch runner in for Kelly when she gets on base. So now Brooke is over talking to Coach Zahner. Runners on first and second, one out. Runner in scoring position is Shepard. She was fooled on that pitch. That riser swung right underneath it.
It just took off. It was a great pitch. Well, they need to advance these runners, Marty.
Yep. Change up.
Oh, wow.
And just missed. I didn't see that one missing.
I don't know how she laid off of that. That was
well, even as a count out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Great place to put that one. Good fastball on the corner. On deck is Tori Hubbard.
Well, they're guarding both lines real good, Marty.
Yep.
They don't want anything down the line at all.
Swung on. That could be trouble. It's going to drop. And it's going to drop in. It does. Well, that was just a little Texas leaguer.
I know.
And Kendra Baugh came in on it, but just couldn't get her glove on it in time.
The ball was barely to the grass out there. Sort of, now the third baseman's in, so it can't be her play.
The shortstop was in.
I want to see where the shortstop is on this play. There it is, just a little number.
And just couldn't get
see, the shortstop leaves the ball for her.
Well, the shortstop had no shot at it. Swung on. They got to play at the plate. And it's going to be out.
Bases were loaded. Forces on. So she came home with the ball, fielded it up close. Made a good play.
Yeah, Campbell knew exactly what she had to do with that, and she fired it to home plate for the second out. So the bases still remain loaded, and that'll bring up Tara Reason. Ball was hit very hard, but right to Campbell.
And she had already decided what she was going to do with it, so.
He didn't hesitate. Becky Dunn was right there. Check swing.
Ball one.
I'm surprised that she swung at that first pitch, though, John, with the bases loaded, and maybe take a strike and make the pitcher, Campbell, throw some strikes up there. Maybe draw a walk, get that run in.
Pass ball, wild pitch, you know. You're right. When you look at a couple, anything can happen.
Sure.
Especially with the runner on third, you know, so it's maybe a good strategy there to let a few go by.
Two outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Bear River threatening, and she checks swing, foul. Campbell's ahead on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This Kayla Campbell is a very good pitcher.
Well, the Colfax team is doing well.
Certainly are.
Know. And you know, they've shown us they're hard to beat. So.
Foul ball. She was in the batter's box. She was fooled. She just protected the plate.
Hit the ball right down by her foot, and it stayed there.
Yep.
Lock your eyes in and drive it, kiddo. Come on, Tara. Hey, go get this now.
All right, outside, 3-2 the count. You got to come in with this one.
Yeah, she needs to choke up, protect the plate. Try and get some wood on the ball somewhere. You got to get it over, Marty.
Oh, she was fastball. She turned on it.
Yeah, she gave it her. That's her best pitch. That fastball. She knows she can get that over. So. Okay, same play.
That ball hit down the left field line, just foul.
Wow.
She got good wood on that, turned on it.
Yeah, she did. It was about 3 or 4 feet foul. That would have done some damage. That would have had at least 2 runs in.
Count still remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. No place to put Reason.
Center fielders playing in. They're all shifted around to the left.
Yep. Outside. Oh, strike called. I thought it was on the outside part. I guess it caught the outside part of the plate. Looks at a called third strike.
Important pitch. That was an important pitch. Coach is asking the blue about that, you know.
For Bear River here in the bottom of the 4th inning, they come up with no runs on 2 hits. There was 3 runners left on base, and there was one error of the inning, and that ends the 4th inning as the score still remains 0-0. I would like to tell you that this NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten this afternoon by Bob Rogers Computer Services. Computer expert Bob Rogers reminds you that identity theft and computer security are his top priorities. Bob has been servicing all of your computer needs in the foothills for the past 7 years, and so he's seen his share of problems. So be careful what you download from the internet. If you have a computer emergency, then give Bob a call 24/7 for quick response to your computer problems. Remember, Bob says if he can't fix it, it's not going to cost you anything. Since you'll never know when you're going to have a computer problem, and it's good to keep Bob's number handy. It's Bob Rogers Computer Services in Nevada City.
Oh, Bob, I'll bet he sees a bunch of stuff, huh?
Yeah. There's a shot of the fans that have come over to get the bird's eye view on top of that hill.
Yeah, a little ridge up there. They room to put their chairs. That's nice. That's about row N.
That little drag bunt down the third base line by Campbell, the shortstop. She struck out her first time up. One strike here in the top half of the fifth inning. Oh, there's an excuse me swing that she was fooled on that pitch. She looks down from the signs from her mother and says, "You don't hit it, you don't get any dinner tonight."
and no more guessing,
yeah.
Please. You know.
Right.
That was a close pitch.
Well, they don't, according to our astute program director, there's a ball high, indicates that the family does not talk softball at home, only on the field. What stays on the field? How's that go?
What happens
on the field stays on the field.
Yeah.
Ball low. After getting two straight strikes, now she's worked the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, Marty, I just find that a little hard to believe.
Yeah, I do too. But if Gil says it's so, it's got to be so, right? Swung on and missed there. Took a little something off of that.
See, your sister's got to have something to say about that over dinner.
Yeah, right. Eighth strikeout. So Lisa Quinlan steps into the batter's box. She grounded a shorter first time up. Swung at a low pitch for a strike. We got to find out where Lisa's playing.
We don't have his spot.
Yeah, I think there's a smash to Courtney at shortstop. Long throw to first base. Got her. Nice play in there by Courtney Zeal as she caught that ball deep in the shortstop hole and then rifled it over to first base Rayback, and no problem with that out. That goes 6-3 with the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Courtney Harden. There's a ball hit to the second baseman.
Fielded cleanly over there.
Mathis, and she throws over. Quick inning here.
Let's look at this shortstop with this cannon for an arm. Threw out the runner, Marty.
Let's take a look at Courtney. Several good defensive plays already today by Courtney.
Everybody both teams just trying to figure out how to score a run. I think they think that this game's going to end 1-0, and it may.
All right, I'd like to tell you that this NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten this afternoon by
B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. At B&C, you'll find their monthly specials a great way to save on your wallet. This month's specials include string edge trimmers from Echo. And don't forget to get accessories you need just as well as the Woodsman protective helmet with faceplate and ear protectors. They're open 7 days a week and have been serving Nevada County since 1940. So start here at B&C. B&C True Value Home Center and Garden Center, located in the Fowler Center in Grass Valley. I think I want one of those Woodsman protective helmets with the faceplate and ear protectors, Marty.
Yeah, that would work.
To wear when you're driving, you know.
Well, leading off here in the bottom of the 5th inning for Bear River, Jasmine McGowan takes high for a ball. Yeah, we got Lisa Quinlan out in right field, number 11. Had her confused. Swung on, good cut. Fouled down the third base line and leaving the count out at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Come on, Jasmine, give it a ride.
Oh, fouled back. Good attempt in there by Becky Dunn as she came back to the screen. Just couldn't get her glove out there to rein that one in. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on leadoff batter Jasmine McGowan. On deck is Courtney Seal. Swung on, good cut, fouled it back into the screen. Count remains 1-2. Wind has picked up a little bit, John. Blowing out towards the, like it might be coming in a little bit this time from right field. Change up, oh.
Where are you looking? You seeing a flag here somewhere?
No flag, I was just watching the papers blow.
Oh.
It's like it's kind of coming in from over your right shoulder, heading down
left
towards
field.
the left field line now.
Well, that'd be the thing to do. Hit it in the air real good out that way.
Yep. There she did. That ball's hit deep down the left field line and it's going to be up against the fence. She's going to go in with a stand-up double. You called it, John.
Yeah, she did. She got the outfield was playing straight away.
Didn't have a timeouts being called by Coach Campbell. Is she going to go out and talk to Kayla? That ball was hit hard.
Yeah, it was. She got out. She got all of that.
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strike count, and she just turned on it and got good wood on it, and 1 hop right into the fence out there about 5 feet inside the foul line, and Jasmine went right into the stand-up double. So now Courtney Seal goes down and talks to Coach Zahner and see what they're going to do here.
Well, they got nobody out, Marty, and that's you know, they can't.
Oh, I must have missed somebody here because oh yeah, that's Katie stepping into the batter's box. I'm going, wait a minute here, what are you doing, Katie? Courtney's time up at bat. Didn't think my scorebook was that messed up, but we got it covered now.
All right.
So Courtney Seal will step in. She's 1 for 2. There's the Coach Campbell from Colfax. She does a very good job with this team.
See, here you have to decide, Marty. You're going to give that runner third base if she's a left-handed hitter. That ball goes to second or first. What are you going to do with it?
Yeah, exactly right. That's what she came out and talked to her infield about.
That's it. They'd like to cut her down at third if she doesn't get to.
Oh, nice bunt. They'll never get her at third base, never get her at first base. Look at the speed of Courtney Seal going down. She goes all the way down to second because nobody was covering the bag. That was a bang-bang play. Good hustle. She turns that bunt into a double from about 3 feet out in front of the plate.
Yeah, it was a really good bunt. She laid it down and it died right there. And the third baseman had to come a long way in.
Right.
Even though she was in to field the ball.
And she picked up the ball and took one look at first base, and Courtney was already across the bag with that excellent speed. So now the infield is in, and the ball's going by the catcher, coming in to score with the first run of the ball game is McGowan is once again the Bear River manufactures a run.
Yep, one extra base hit, a pass ball.
Let's see that bunt, John, and the speed of Courtney Zeal. Look at that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, did it right there.
Boy, she just deadened that with her hands.
Yeah.
And nobody could come up with a play. The third baseman, Spence, came in, picked it up, and looked over there at first base, and Courtney's already across the bag. And then when Courtney looks down at second base, look at that, nobody's there. And so she goes hustling into second base. Now she's on third, and still nobody out, one run in.
Yeah, that was an exciting play. That's so typical softball, you know, that lay down that bunt and push that runner over.
So Kara Spence, the third baseman, comes in to pitch now, or Kara, I should say. And then moving over to third, I don't have who that is yet, but we'll see as soon as they set the defense. Boy, that was a bang-bang play there, John, as Bear River just stole that run.
Yeah, they did. And see, they took a pitch, and guess what happened? A pass ball, you know, and the runner can score.
So moving over to first base then is now Kayla Campbell. And on the mound is now Kara Spence over at third base. Looks like that's the first baseman that was there.
That you already erased?
Yeah, no, she moved from first to third. Looks like. Ball low in the dirt. Good stop in there by Becky Dunn as she saves a run, because any pass ball getting by the catcher with the speed of Courtney over there, she's heading home.
I want to think they're going to want to put this ball on the ground here, Marty.
Whoa, man, she turned on that one.
They did just about took out her
coach, yeah. I think Coach Zonner's down there checking his teeth to see if he still got them all left. Yeah, so Courtney Hardren goes over at third base now. So on the mound is Kara Spence. Swung on. There's a ball hit out into right field. It's going to go between. She could get three. She's hustling around the bag. She looks for the coach. He says, come on, and hold up at third base with a stand-up triple as Katie Mathis unloads, drives in the second run of the ball game. She gets a stand-up triple on that line drive. So three straight hits for Bear River.
Real good speed there.
Oh, yeah. Boy. Katie Mathis turned on the afterburners. And
that ball was right in the gap. Rolled all the way to the wall.
Yeah.
By the time he got to the wall, she was already at second base.
Stepping into the batter's box now is Jenna Wormus. There's a ball hit up the middle, and they're going to let the run come in. Good play in there by Cassandra Campbell as Jenna Wormus gets an RBI on that 6-3 putout. Here's that replay of that triple, John.
All right. Oh, yeah, she went down and got that.
Yeah.
He got right by her out there, all the way to the wall. Look at her leg it out there.
But I watched her as she headed towards second base. All she was doing was looking at Coach Zonner, and he was giving her the come on over.
All right.
And she never lost stride, touched the bag, and went all the way into third base with a stand-up triple. Both these teams are well coached. And that'll bring up Kelly Shepard. Ball just a little bit low.
Trippy, you don't get to see many of those, Marty.
No, especially with such a short field. But Katie Mathis has got some wheels. There's another ball hit out into right field. It's going to go by the right fielder, Quinlan, and there goes Kelly all the way into third base with a stand-up triple.
Wow. That was a shoe topper, Marty.
Yeah, she came in on it. It took one bounce over her glove. So Kelly with a triple.
Yeah, she tried to snag it right off the shoe tops. You know, it just went off took a bounce too early off the heel of the glove.
And now going out into a right field.
Okay, let's see that again. Okay, there's the hit. Oh yeah, see, right, like went right under the glove, went back about 30 feet, fielded by the center fielder. And more impressive speed out of Bear River, Marty.
Yeah, Kelly Shepard can pick him up and lay him down too. She was heading for 3 all the way. So Kelly gets her second hit of the ball game. So Bear River has opened it up with 3 runs with 1 out, and they have a runner in scoring position over at third base. There's a good shot of a home plate umpire. Fixing up the scorecard. That's Dennis Arzarga.
Who's our hitter here now, Marty?
This is Catherine Rayback. Pinch running over there at third base for Kelly. I think that's probably Kenzie Billings.
Looks like more good speed.
Yep. There's boy, look what I found in my glove. That was a line drive. That's the second out of the inning. She thought it was the third out, but Spence snagged that line drive. That ball was hit hard.
Yeah, she needed to fire that ball over the third.
Yeah. Well, it was hit so hard, the runner hadn't got a big lead off of third base at all.
Well,
swung on.
Third baseman hadn't had a chance to get back toward the bag.
Right. So that'll bring up Brooke Mosman. She singled her last time up. She's 1 for 1 of today's game. There's the ball hit to the shortstop Campbell. She scoops it up, fires over to first base for the putout, and that ends the inning. But Bear River did some damage as they come up with 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 runner left on base. And there was no errors, and after 5 complete innings of play, Bear River now leads by a score of 3-0. All right, we'd like to tell you that this NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten this afternoon by Francis Cinto and Graziano LLP. At Francis Cinto and Graziano, they specialize in making your business grow. They are certified public accountants and business consultants all rolled into one. And now that the tax season is just about over, it's time to make an appointment at either location in Auburn or Grass Valley for next year. It's taxes made easy and business plans that hit their mark at Francis Cinto and Graziano, where they have an eye for your future. And by Touchdown Productions. Celebrating our 11th season of local sports television, this is Marty Mortensen along with John Brassfield, bringing you all of this softball action here today. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we announce the Touchdown Production Player of the Game presented by Combi Trophy and Awards. Once again, John and I will select the most deserving Bear River or Colfax Player of the Game, and we'll talk with him immediately after the game. So stay tuned for the Touchdown Production Player of the Game Award presented by Combi Trophy and Awards. And so far right now, John, my vote has got to go leaning very heavily towards Courtney Seal. She is putting on quite a show here today. There's a ball hit out and coming over for it and just unable to make that catch was Katie Mathis. She came over on that little short shot into center field. And Kayla Campbell's on with a base hit. So Katie Mathis just couldn't get her glove on the ball. She made a good attempt at it. So now that'll bring up Kendra Baugh. She has struck out twice. Probably trying to get that runner over to second base. She may be attempting to bunt here.
Well, we're in the 6th inning here, Marty. This is the time to make it happen.
Yep, right. They're going to need some runs.
Nice.
Got a nice play. Good hustle over there by Katie Mathis. And also a bang-bang play over there at third base by Tara Reason, and she picks that ball up, fires it to the second baseman covering, and that's the first out of the inning. But they do advance the runner, and that'll bring up Michelle Cavalier. She has struck out in a single her first 2 times up.
Well, Bear River, the team played that ball well. That's what you do. You know, you get one.
Get the sure out.
You get your second baseman over there to cover on that play. You know, you just rotate, and
that's just basic, good, fundamental
softball,
John.
That's coaching.
Yep.
You don't make that play, you know, you're not going to win, but you're going to be 0-14.
You're right, instead of 15-1. High. On deck is Kara Spence, or Cara Spence. Don't know which one is right. I'll call her both, and then I'll have to get it right? Strike called. Throw down to second base, and they almost got her as going back slowly into the bag was Kayla Campbell.
I knew she wanted to throw down there, you know, that pitch before, and then she's thinking, well, it's 1 run, and why mess around? We got a 2-run, 3-run lead. Let's not be throwing the ball around on the outfield, you know.
Swung on, line down the third base line, going foul. That'll even the count out at 2 balls and 2 strikes as Michelle Cavalier made a good turn on that pitch. So Kelly Shepard looks in from her battery mate, Jenna Wormus, for the sign.
See how they're well guarding that third baseline, Marty? They don't want anything down there.
And Tara comes over and tries to get it, but the ball goes into the dugout for just a strike. Good shot there of Jenna. She comes back to the catcher's box. Swung on and missed. Good high fastball by Kelly Shepard. She takes her herself. So that'll bring up Spence. She was grounded to second on a hard ball hit and then struck out her second time up in the 4th. So.
Yeah, Kelly Shepard looks like she's throwing as strong now as she was at the beginning of this game.
Oh, good pitch.
Everything's over and around, right around the plate. You know, she's showing some good speed. Oh, yeah, see, that's a real good pitch.
Yeah, low on the outside part of the plate.
Right. You're not going to hit that very far.
Just got a piece of it, lined it back into the screen. No balls, 2 strikes. Kelly may decide to take her here. Change up. Well, right back to Kelly. And she underhands it to first base. Good defensive play. And that'll end the inning. So they got their leadoff batter on and got her as far as second base, but could not move her along. As that goes 1-3 on the putout. And here in the top half, the 6th inning, Colfax comes up with no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base after 5 1/2 innings of play. Bear River continues to lead by a score of 3-0. Take a look at that replay, John.
All right, there's the pitch. Boom, oh, wow, nice grab right there. And she runs it most of the way over.
Yeah, and then she...
Yeah. Well, you know, the pitcher took care of things right there,
right,
Marty.
Exactly.
They had a runner on, so she strikes somebody out, and then...
Well, you know, the thing is on that, John, is that she threw that changeup to the number 4 hitter. She's got her a couple times on that changeup, but boy, that could be dangerous. And one of the things too that I noticed that Jenna Wormus is kind of giving that change-up away. If you notice, when she's going to throw that change-up, she moves up in the catcher's box about 1.5 feet, 2 feet. And so if the batter happened to just glance back there and see that, you know that change-up's coming, and you give a good hitter a change-up that they're looking for. Wow. It could be devastating. So that was they got away with that. There's a Colfax fan driving on over in his green cap, green shirt, with the Colfax colors on top of the hill up there. Good crowd showing up for today's game. Very exciting. Both these teams are well coached. They play well. And leading off for Bear River here in the bottom of the 6th is Tori Hubbard. She takes the first pitch as a ball. Swung on. All right, stepping back into the batter's box as the breeze picks up a little bit here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Marty Mortensen along with John Brassfield saying thank you for joining us today. Another exclusive Touchdown Production Sports entertainment show here coming your way. And John, we're just a part of all this great action. Swung on, smash. Now, good play over there. All around good play by the third baseman, Courtney Harden. That ball was hit hard. It's a good thing she was a left-hander. I
was going to say, a left-handed third baseman. How often do you see that? But she did glove that beautifully, and had to look good throwing them out over there.
Yeah, she did. Made a nice play on that. Good defensive play by Courtney Harden as she grabbed that ball with on the opposite side of her glove hand. I mean, she had to go over there towards her left to make that play. Very good play. Swung on, fouled out of play. Let's watch this, John. No.
This is. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow, she's in good position. Makes a decent throw over there.
Yeah, Tori hit the ball hard her last 2 times up and got nothing to show for it. So that'll bring up Tara Reason. Just inside. There's a good shot of Courtney Harden as she put on a very good defensive play there. Ball low in the dirt.
I can tell you, with a glove on that side and as close as she is to the line, they're not going to get anything down there.
No, I guarantee you that. Yeah, yes. You're right there.
Yeah, they're going to have to get it out, and the left fielder's on the line too. Mm-hmm. So. They must be thinking that any one of these Bear River players can pull that ball.
Well, they're turning on it.
On this pitcher.
But Spence is throwing there's a ball hit out into left field. Coming in for it is the left fielder, Baugh, and she makes the catch. There's a good shot of Kendra. We watched the left fielder out here the other day in the game that wasn't wearing a baseball cap, and they had 2 balls hit right over her head because she lost it. That first glance up into the sun makes a big difference. Swung on and missed by Jasmine McGowan.
You get a solid blue sky like this.
Yep.
Outfielders don't like that at all.
Especially with the sun shining right in the face.
Yeah, right.
Too.
That makes it worse.
So Spence is settled down now and throwing some good. Oh, that hit her right on the hand. No, it hit the bat.
Maybe it came off the bat, yeah.
It's one way of getting the strike, huh?
I guess it was
off the heel of the bat. She didn't flinch, so it must not have hit her hand.
Boy, look at how she's holding that bat. That's hard to believe that could happen.
Yeah, I know. Swung on, fouled back into the screen. So Jasmine down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That ball's hit out into short center field. Coming in for center fielder and can't get it.
Makes a great effort on that play.
She was playing deep. That's her Jasmine's second hit of the ball game.
Yeah.
She started that big rally in the last inning.
Yeah, the center fielder came and dived at the ball. Just missed.
So here's Courtney. She has scored and has gotten 2 hits.
Hey, Katie, go kid, drive it.
That pitch is high. Ball 1.
All right, here's that play into center field. Well, the ball comes over there pretty good. She charges in, hustling all the way. Oh,
just a little short.
Yeah. Good hustle, though. She's going after it.
Yeah, she was. She hustling all the way. That was Alicia Robles. And she's saved. Good hustle. Stolen base by Jasmine.
Right, I think the throw beat her, but the throw is a little offline.
Yeah,
on the left field side and up, so she couldn't get the tag down there in time.
2 balls, 1 strike to count on Courtney.
Ooh.
Just outside. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, here's that steal. All right, that's a good throw. Then just.
Yeah, she got in it. Again, good call by the umpire out there.
Yeah, she snuck her hand in there.
That was Gary Butler. He was right on top of that call, and he made the right call, as the replay showed. Well, there's a walk for Courtney Seal, and that'll bring up Katie Mathis. She tripled her last time up. Got the 2 RBI for Bear River. Ball low. So all of a sudden, after getting 2 quick outs, Spence is struggling a little bit on the mound with control.
Well, she's not walking anybody. It just seems to be delivering the balls that everybody's getting wood on them. And so now they're in a position to do some damage with a base hit.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Change up, and that ball's hit up into center field. And coming in to score, Katie Mathis with a base hit, driving in McGowan. Going down to second base is Courtney Seal, and on at first is Katie, and that'll bring up Jenna Wormuth. She has doubled. There's a strike call.
Left-handed hitter, as is Courtney Seal. They both batting left-handed, but are right-handers. So they've developed that. Pretty important. Pretty important in this game.
Here's that replay, John, of that base hit.
Oh yeah, right up the middle there, fielded. Threw it back in fast, but not fast enough. Scored on that play pretty easily.
There's a smash to the shortstop. Campbell fires over to first base and gets the put out. That'll end the inning. 1 run comes in to score for Bear River, as they leave 2 runners on base. Come up with 2 hits, no errors, and after 6 complete innings of play, we go to the top half the 7th inning. Do or die for Colfax Lady Falcons. The score is now 4-0 in favor of Bear River. And John, we're going to have to select our player of the game. Courtney Seal looked like she's got 2 hits, scored a run, and but Katie Mathis has hit the ball well today. She's got a triple, and she drove in the.
Weren't the bases loaded then? Or
no, they had runners on. They had runners on first, second, and third, I believe, at the time, and she got both of those runners, or first and second. She got both those runners in on that triple. Then she followed up with another single, got another RBI. So we're caught between Courtney and Katie. So what do you think?
Now let's look at what Courtney.
Well, Courtney's had a couple of good defensive plays out there at shortstop. That was plus the 2 hits.
Well, we pair to do that, Marty.
Yeah.
So
I think we'll stick with Courtney today. She's that cog in that big wheel out there on the defense for Bear River. All right, stepping into the batter's box for Colfax is Becky Dunn. She's done a whale of a ball game catching behind the plate today, John, defensively.
Yeah, she is. She's a good catcher.
She's lined to the shortstop on a great play by Courtney Seal, and then she flew out to right field, close to the line. Brooke Mosman came over and made the catch on.
There's only been 1 or 2 pitches that got by her, and they were both, way down.
There's a base hit. Oh, nice stop in there by.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Courtney Seal stopped the ball from going into the outfield, but
I'm impressed. That's good range, Marty.
Yeah, she covers a lot of ground out there.
I mean, that's good range. That means there's no hole over there.
No. And look how close the Reason plays to third base, so Courtney's got to cover a lot of territory over there. So that'll bring up Alicia Robles. She has singled and struck out. Runner on first base. It's top of the 7th. Smash. Could be 2. There's 1. And got her at first. Oh, no, she dropped the ball. Oh, that's too bad. As Courtney threw that ball on a rope to the Rayback and just couldn't, kind of handcuffed her a little bit, but they got the sure out at second base.
Yeah, the umpire had already called her out until that ball hit the dirt.
That'll have to go as an error on Rayback.
Oh, snap the throw to first there.
Yep.
You probably won't see that big a lead off again.
No. You don't want to be taking too big of a lead when you're trailing by 4 runs.
Right, to lose a man on the bases.
And you haven't had that many base runners today.
That gives you.
But you see, Brooke Mosman comes over and covers that backup play very well.
That's more good coaching, Marty.
1 ball, 1 strike to count.
See, the catcher can do a lot more when she knows that people are going to be there.
Yep.
See?
There's a good strike call. Cassandra Campbell, good defensive shortstop. Struggling with the bat a little bit against Kelly Shepard. Kelly's had her number today. Ball low.
Well, there's nobody that's looked very good against her tonight. I mean, I don't know how many hits the Colfax girls.
They have 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
Well, that's
4 out of 26. Change-up's got her swinging. Wow, what a time to throw that one. Second out of the inning.
Get it over,
Yeah.
I mean, she's sure a candidate for MVP too, Marty. I mean, really.
Just 1 out away from keeping their going down to second base. Oh, and she held on to the ball, and she's out of there.
Well, that was Courtney took that throw.
Yeah, right, and she made the tag, so just solidifies our
Right.
our selection. So someone's got to grab hold of Court. You got her. Okay, and she's our player of the game. And where's our headset? Right hand side with John. So she'll come over there, John. We'll have to stand up there, I guess. Get that ready for her. Oh, we got a chair there. Oh, she's gonna have to. That lady that's sitting in is gonna have to give it up. Yeah, right. Yeah. And we're gonna chair right back there. Okay, bring it around, John. Want to get the chair, Dwayne? Right here. Here we go. Well, that's the end of your ball game as Wormus throws out the runner trying to steal. And I'll update my scorebook here, and that'll go as a 1-6 put out. And our player of the game has just come on over here. Courtney Seal here, as the final score of today's game was Bear River 4 and Colfax nothing. And Courtney, how do you do? Quite a game out there today, as John and I have selected you as our touchdown production player of the game. And I'd like to mention what you did here in case you've already forgotten. It's you had 2 hits, had made 3 good defensive plays. Well, now the 4th one out here and on at second base with a final out. Were you surprised that the young lady was running to second base with trailing by 4 runs?
Yeah, I did. I wasn't really expecting her to go, but when she did, and I heard my second baseman, then I knew that we could get her.
Yeah, well, you certainly did. You held on to the ball,
yeah.
And that was quite a play. And I saw your disappointment on that when you turned that double play
yeah.
because the umpire had first called her out, and then the ball was thrown so hard that it popped out of Rayback's glove, and that was too bad that you didn't turn that double play. But we're gonna check out this play here as Wormus gets that ball, and there she goes, and you head on over to second base. She throws from the crouch position, and look at that, block the bag and then put it on there, and it looks like you came up a little bit worse for wear. I see your leg.
Yeah.
Your leg is bleeding a little bit. So.
Oh yeah, that was from the play in the 5-6 hole when I dove. It hit the grass and.
Yeah, you made a good stop on that ball that was heading out towards left field.
Yeah.
So. I know that last year you had a chance to play with your sister, and you guys were the champions.
Yeah.
So how does it feel now that you're kind of the main cog out there on this defense, and your sister's gone, and she's playing quite well over at Sierra College, which is great. But
yeah.
How are you feeling about the team this year compared to last year?
I think the team is just as good, if not better. I think we're going to go a long way, and we really bond well together, so we really have that camaraderie that we had last year and that we went all the way with, so we should have a good year.
And as it turned out there, you went about 4 innings without getting not really hitting the ball that hard.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the team just exploded.
Yeah.
How do you explain that? What was going on?
Well, I guess we were just getting used to the pitching, just making silly mistakes, things that we just couldn't really control, and then we finally just picked it up, all of us together, and just strung some hits together. So
Right, second time through.
Yeah.
And you see the pitcher again, because I was impressed with the way you throw the ball on the ground you cover out there. There seems to be no 5-6 hole out there.
Thanks.
So yeah, because I was on our first game that we did when you were playing shortstop against Nevada Union in that kind of a pregame scrimmage that you guys had, and I was telling John the whole day what kind of arm you had at shortstop, and so we finally get a chance to see your arm at shortstop, and the base was loaded, and you threw that ball into the dugout.
Oh, God.
So you probably have put that out of your mind, but your defense today was excellent. And
Thank you.
That bunt that you laid down there at in that keep that inning going there, that ball only moved about 4 feet out in front of in front of the home plate. And the next thing we know, we turn around and you're on second base. No, what happened? None of all the infielders came in, but the outfield didn't come in to cover second base. And I guess you saw that, right?
Yeah, the second baseman went to first, and then the shortstop went to second, leaving no one on, or the shortstop went to third. And so no one was on second. So I just took advantage of it and moved a base ahead.
Yeah, because that was, we mentioned at the time that there was a 4-foot double.
Right.
that
was a bunt. It landed and it did not move.
Yeah.
It just kind of squirreled its way into the ground, and the third baseman had to come a long way to get to that ball, and you were across the bag by the time she had it. So that was a nice bunt.
Thank you.
And so, Courtney, I know you want to get out there back with your teammates, and so this is your certificate for the Touchdown Production Comedy Award Player of the Game, and that you'll get a nice plaque like this. It'll have your name on it. You can pick it up at Combi Trophy and Awards. And once again, congratulations on your fine performance today and also your performance throughout the season so far. And we congratulate you and your teammates.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by. All right, that was Courtney Seal. She once again did an excellent job defensively and offensively. Scored a run today. Had 2 base hits and some great defensive work out there at shortstop, John.
Well, you're right, Marty. I mean, let's go back and look what won that game was that the first time through the lineup,
right?
They got nothing off of the
pitcher. Yeah, that was Campbell.
And
there's the line score there, John. All goose eggs for Colfax, but then Bear River comes up with those two innings that scored.
Yeah, that made the difference there. It was because then they had real good pitching going. Kelly Shepard never tired, never got wild. It was a well played game. They didn't make any defensive mistakes or anything. So. I was real pleased with the way that game was played. You could see that they were well coached.
All right, we'd like to tell you that this NorCal Game of the Week, an exciting one it was brought to you today by Hanson Brothers Enterprises. The Hanson family is proud to bring you another great Lady Bruin softball season. Hills Flat Lumber, John.
Oh, Hills Flat Lumber Company. Ed, Sandy, Jeff, Kennan, and Jason Pardini, along with Dave Cuddy, are proud to be a part of NorCal Game of the Week.
Walker's Office Supplies. Mike Anderson and his family believe in the character of youth sports.
Bob Rogers Computer Services. Bob Rogers is happy to be a part of the Game of the Week.
B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The Fowler family supports youth activities in the foothills.
Francis Quinto Graziano, LLP. Greg Francis, Dave Cinto, and George Graziano say, "Go Lady Bruins."
And they're going. And by Touchdown Production, celebrating a decade of local sports television, this is Marty Mortensen along once again with John Brassfield saying thank you for joining us all across our Foothill network of stations, now with over 50 broadcasts each week. Be sure to join us next time as we travel to Nevada Union High School as we feature the Gold Country Lady Stampede as they face the Casa Grande Gauchos. Be sure to join Gil Dominguez and Kelly Finn for all of the lacrosse action. It's another great telecast produced by Touchdown Productions, voted one of the best by the Union Readers for 2007. Well, your final score here today, John. Bear River comes out on top with their another league victory, beating their cross-county rivals by a score of 4-0. And once again, we'll tell you that this NorCal Game of the Week has been produced and directed this afternoon excellently by Gilbert M. Dominguez. Titles and replay provided by Brandon Duckett. Your announcers for today's game, Marty Mortensen along with John Brassfield. Thanks, John.
Hey, glad to do it.
Camera operators today, Gary Feisey, Cassie Walker, and Sean Kashevsky. Office manager and official photographer, Linda Mingus. Technical engineer, Paul Mikowski. Remote facilities provided by the Commander 2. Commander 2 Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Game of the Week award provided by Combi Trophies and Awards. Touchdown Production Sportswear provided by TK Stitches, Touchdown Accounting, and Francis Mitchell and Graziano LLP. We'd sure love to hear from you. Give us a call at 274-2206. And for John Brassfield, Gil Dominguez, and the entire